Good afternoon, everybody. It's me, and I'm back with the video that I told you guys I would be dropping about the side hustle tips. This is mainly for the people who's into freelance writing and want a freelance job for writing for different magazines and companies. And the tip that I'm going to give you is some magazines that can get you straight through to the editors and the publishers to get you started. And I'm going to give you some tips on how to get started if you are a freelance writer or a beginner freelance writer and just now starting and have never done it before but interested in doing it because it pays well. It's not much you have to do, but you want to do the best that you can do so you can have the job and be successful in it. So let's get started. Here's some big leads for pitches and articles directed for direct. Sorry about that, you guys. Now I was saying, here is some big leads for pitches and articles directly for the editor. This list of leads covers a huge range of topics, and even including dating during the Corona-19 lockdown, living with technology, Pride Month, music, mental health, social change, and lots more. Now, what I want to tell you guys is when you're trying to throw your pitch to an editor and you want to get the job for the magazine, you want to make sure that before you just send your pitch to the editor that you did some research on the articles. You didn't search like 5 or 6 different articles. You done read them. You know a lot of information about them, a lot of information about things that they write about, a lot of information about what their audience might like. Just do some research, read on a couple of their articles, and be very detailed and very fine with paying attention and clear on what you're doing, because when you pitch to the editor, you don't have that many chances to give that pitch. So you're going to give one good pitch, and that one pitch is going to be the best one. So you want to try to write down a couple of different pitches that you think that may be good. And if you're not a person who's never done this before and this is your first time doing freelances, that's no problem too. But first and foremost, you don't want to just run and share your pitch to the editor before doing your research or trying to find out what the articles and information about, because I guarantee you're not going to hear back from the publishers or the editors, and you might not get the job because you didn't put in the time and patience that it took to research the articles and read them for the information, so you can be able to match some of the same articles that they have. So when you get ready to throw your pitch or write your pitch, you want to take your pitch and compare it to the other articles in their pitch and their topics of their articles to make sure yours don't stand out different from the other ones, because if yours stand out different, then that's telling you right then that might not match what they're looking for. So you want to make sure yours fit right in with theirs, with some just like when you're doing your YouTube and your blogging, you want to use those keywords to stand out that matches with the other articles that'll stand out to make compatible with the other articles that they're already being written. Sorry about that. Okay, we're going to move forward. Trying to send a pitch to these editors, and do not try to send a pitch to these editors unless you're confident in your ability to really send a good pitch, okay? Because you don't want to mess up. You don't want to mess up your first time, because these jobs pay really good, and if you mess up, then it's a chance you might not hear back from the editor. So let's say you don't feel confident. Let's say you don't feel confident about ability to pitch to the editor. Well, that's okay, because there's plenty of jobs for people who just new at freelance writing. There are so many good new freelance opportunities to write for websites, business magazines, and bloggers for people who's new at freelance writing, on wondering how you can take advantage of these great opportunities. Well, I'll give you a brief guide on getting started. For one, please do not try to contact the publisher with your writing unless you know you are confident in yourself and ability to send a pitch. There are many mistakes that can be made. And remember one thing, keep in mind that these editors are very, very busy. This means that you have to try to win them over with your first pitch. So don't try to just keep on sending them pitches and stuff like that. You got to send them one pitch only. And at that time, you're trying to win them over with the best pitch that you have. So think about it really good before you just shoot them an email. So if you want to be a freelance writer for a magazine or a business or even blog, you will need to send the publisher a pitch. So a pitch is also known as a proposal to writing for a publication, a pitch, writing to the publication a pitch. So basically, the same thing I've been saying over and over. Basically, you can write for bloggers, magazines, businesses, all these different things, but it's like a proposal. It's like you putting your proposal out there and letting them see what you're working with and see if they want to work back with you. So another very important tip is that you want to let is that it's very important to know that your pitch is usually the first professional contact with the editor that you never wrote for. This is your first contact with this editor in this magazine that you never wrote for. So you got to keep in mind that I never have wrote for these people, so I got to do the best that I can to make this happen for myself. Take my time and write something. And on top of it all, even while you're doing all this, the pitch is not even that long. The pitches can be as short as you can actually make them. Do not make the pitches too long. You want to keep the pitches short, but you want it to make it the best pitch ever. Okay? At least the best you can come up with. There's a lot of people out there can just do it right off the top of their mind. So your contact with the editor is usually in the form of an email. So once you come up with your pitch, you usually will send your editor an email. Okay, now once you're confident in yourself and you believe you've done research and study, it's time to go ahead and send your pitch. You go ahead and got your couple of articles together, and then you take and write down maybe 3 or 4 pitches, and then you take and look at them really good. The ones your mind is focused on, the one that just keep talking to you and telling you, okay, this is the one. You get it prepared and you go ahead and you email it to your editor. And then you wait to hear back from the editor. Now, mind you guys, each and every one of these publishing and editors, I have the emails to each and every one of them. So right now I'm going to start giving you guys a couple of inside tips on some editors and some magazines that's looking for writers right now. And I'm just going to say, for those that's new at this, and just say you don't hear back from the editor or anything, that does not mean give up. They might didn't pick your pitch, but that does not mean thousands of other editors out there that's looking for the same thing and wants all day long. And not to mention, I'm going to come back later on and I'm going to let you guys know about a writing contest that they're doing right now. They're doing a writing contest for freelance writers, and I'm going to give you guys a couple of places where they're doing it, where you can win substantially a lot of money. I don't know if I said that right, but you can win a great deal of money, and I'm going to let you guys know about that a little later on in the video. But right now, I'm going to tell you guys about a couple of more writers and editors that's looking for writers to write for them right now, directly straight to these. These are the leads that I was giving you right there. Those were just some tips to let you know what not to do and what to do when you're trying to write and you're a beginner writer. And right now, I have some couple of editors and magazines that's looking right now for some writers. So like I said, there's so many editors and publishers that's out there looking for people to blog and write all day long. So it's enough room for everybody, and there's plenty of editors and publishers jobs. So don't give up if you don't hear back at the first time. Just keep trying. You will hear back. Have faith in yourself. Have patience. Be positive. Keep a good mindset. And I guarantee you're going to hear back. Now here go a couple of magazines who's looking for writers. We have Real Life Magazine about living with technology. This magazine is founded by the Snap industry. They are always willing and seeking pitches about living with tech, with currently mean essays about how technology factors into living with the pandemic. And this pays up to $800 for 2,000 words, and they want complete details. Okay, they want you to detail it well. Email will be dropped in the description box if you're interested in that magazine or that writing job. All of it be in the description box. And if you need any more information, leave a comment. And while we're right here talking, and in the middle of this, why don't you guys hit that notification bell, hit that like button, and leave a girl a comment about her videos. I love you guys. I hope you guys staying blessed. Let's move on. The next one is, so we was at Hello Giggles. Hello Giggles is a positive online community for women. They are looking for people that know about Pride, for personal essays, for Pride Month, about how sexuality, gender, identifying, inserts with racial, ethnic, and identifies, how it identifies. I hope you guys understood that. According to their payment records, they pay an average of 5 cents per word. And I have the email down in the description box, and they're looking for people who want to write about, Pride Month and the LGBT community and things like that, and how it identifies. Oh, okay. The next one was Trouble Magazine. Trouble Magazine is looking for people to write about focusing on developing of the political strategies to confront climate change. They do not see climate change. They do not err or a psychological defect, but they see it as a fun. So like I was saying, publishing pieces that provide concrete suggestions or novel arguments for the climate, articles that they publish. Advanced conversations between peers rather than educators, the general public about the basics. They pay up to $150 to $250 per editor. Each one of the editors' email will be down in the description box, like I said again. So if anybody likes to write about climate change and what's going on and got some concrete evidence about climate change and think they know something, you can make a pitch to the editor about that. And that's what they write about. That's what their article's about. And they pay $150 to $250 per editor. Okay, on to the next magazine. I think I have one more. All right, you guys, I have one more. All right, you guys, I have one more magazine who's looking for someone, and they're called Mutt Dan Magazine, Nashville centric digital publishing about music. Share my video, let your friends know. Please share my video, let your friends know. I'm trying to put my videos out there, and I need you guys to help me get my videos out there. And by sharing them and subscribing and liking and commenting on my videos, help me be able to stay on YouTube and keep going with what I'm trying to do. So I appreciate it, and I'm trying to help you guys with some good content on side hustle jobs in every field that I can come and help you guys with it. Stay home jobs and side hustle tips. That's me, Rosalind, you guys. If you ain't heard it from B, you ain't heard it right. So get back at your girl. I love you. Stay blessed, stay masked up, and stay safe.